Hey guys, we're here with Marvin Johnson, a junior boarding student from the Bahamas. Marvin, how are you today?
I'm good. Glad to be here with you guys.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Marvin. We heard, we know you're a swimmer. We know that. Tell us what's going on with you.
Well, as you said, I'm a junior boarding student from the Bahamas. Been to Macaulay for, junior, so it's kind of obvious. But Macaulay is a school that I kind of looked at as an 8th grader in the Bahamas, and it's a far place, so never got the tour, but looked at all the photos and came here, and it's been everything that I've expected and more. So been loving it.
Absolutely cool.
I say definitely blossomed into the Macaulay community. A member of TEPS, and is it Stuco as well? Correct?
Yeah. I've been in Stuco for 3 years now, so been having fun with that, planning dances, and just doing all those events.
And not just a regular swimmer. I've heard you in the Olympic trials. So don't sell yourself short.
No stress, no pressure.
No. But I've been swimming for a little while now. I did swimming with a lot of other sports, but
when did you start, if you don't mind me asking?
9 months actually. Yeah, the first time I was in the water was 9 months
ago.
My mom and dad really work.
Oh, okay. 9 months.
No, not 9 months ago. No, at the age of 9 months. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
But my mom and dad. Well, my mom is the director of the YMCA in the Bahamas, and my dad, just taught swimming. So, I was in the water from a young age.
Perfect
and I think my first swim meet was when I was about 2. So, yeah, I've been going at it for a minute. But this is my basically 4th year doing swimming as a sport by itself.
So the first swim meet was 2 years old. Did you win?
No. I actually kind of flopped through there. I didn't use arms. I actually kicked my way through the entire race. But an interesting story, at 3, I actually swam in the Olympic-sized pool and then came 3rd, but just kicking. So
there you go.
I think swimming was the calling from a young age. Just didn't want to accept it at the time.
But you use your arms now.
I use my arms just a tiny bit more just now.
A little more form.
Yeah,
right?
a little more. Yeah, got a lot to work on, but we're getting there.
All right, well, Marvin, we're so excited to have you, and I think we're going to head into our first game.
There we go.
Quick fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know how this game is played? We ask everybody.
A little bit.
Okay.
I've been watching for a while, but I may be a little off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby, you want to explain it?
All right, so here to our viewers, quick fire is a game where we ask the guest a series of questions, and they can't think, they just got to give us their quickest answer.
Oh man.
So Eben will start us off.
Open up. Okay,
right.
Are you ready?
I'm
Do we have
ready.
a timer set, everyone?
Yeah,
Bobby
I'm
Welsh
ready.
does have the
good.
fastest quick fire time
that
ever
was pretty
recorded.
good.
So
See if you can beat
It's
it.
verified.
let's
I'm
see.
looking at it right
Olympic
now,
time
guys.
trials. All right, here we go. Favorite genre of music?
I'll say rap. Yeah.
If you could learn another language instantly, what language would it be?
French.
One thing you cannot live without.
The pool.
Favorite shoe brand and model?
Nike.
Hot take about Macaulay.
Love it. Food's great. Hot take, crazy.
That's a cop out.
I love the cooks for real. Like today, we had some Caribbean styled
How do you
rice.
feel about the jerk chicken?
It was good. Like actually, like last year was a little iffy.
Yeah.
Sorry to whoever made it, but today I actually went and shake the chef's hand. Me and him
There
had a
you
good
go.
talk about
Marvin
it.
Johnson approved, baby.
He cooked it, man. He cooked it good, and it was good. I felt like I was a little bit at home.
How do you manage dining? I guess as a swimmer, I know you burn through a lot of probably calories on the daily.
Yeah,
so.
To all of viewers, I'm not as lean as a swimmer should be. I'm a little overweight if you ask me, but according to my coaches and all the guys are saying, you're just going through the build up. But nah, I'm 207.
Okay.
Crazy weight.
No worries. It's all muscle.
Yeah, a lot to drop. But no, I feel like my diet is horrible. I eat like a regular teenager, but I go to a 2-hour practice in the morning and the afternoon. So I think that's the difference between
You're burning enough calories.
Yeah, me and everyone.
That's always the difference I've seen with swimming. Like, I'm
yeah.
like walking by, I just got up and I'm rubbing my eyes and I'm like eating Chick-fil-A and I'm
Yep.
like, what is going on?
He's coming back in wet gear.
Only difference is, a good thing for me, I don't really, mess with the desserts all the time. Sometimes, gotta dabble in it a little bit. But I'm good at not getting dessert every night. So I think that's the only thing keeping me, down a little bit. Yeah.
So, Marvin, on the topic of food, so culturally speaking, you are from the Bahamas.
Yep.
What would you say is the biggest difference between the United States and the Bahamas? And kind of like, what have you grown into, I guess, and adopted?
Well, a stereotype that I really got when I first came to school here was, don't use don't eat the seafood. You know, it's been in the truck. Supposedly it's been in the truck for 3 to 4
It
days.
is Tennessee.
And, you
I can
know,
get behind that.
I didn't want to try. You know, the guys told me not to, and, you know, I never wanted to. So one thing about that is, you know, I can't get a lobster or a fish right away, and, you know, conch salad and stuff like that, a Bahamian dish that I really miss. But, you know, other than that, you know, we have our regular fast food that, you know, I dabble in once in a while. Sorry, Mom.
Do they have cookout in the Bahamas?
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
sir.
No, they don't.
What are
Cookout is
fast
something
food
original.
chains that they have? In the
Well,
Bahamas?
my island is a little different. You know, on our capital island, you know, we have the Popeyes, the McDonald's, but on my island, the only things we have are Pollo Tropical, which is kind of scarce in America, so that's one thing for us.
Okay.
We got Wendy's, KFC, and Burger King. That's all. That's on my island. McDonald's kind of packed up and left when I was a little young, but I was able to get a kids meal before it was gone. So, you know, great
I imagine
things,
you're not
great
eating
things.
there too much though.
No, you know, for the camera's sake, I'll say no, but, you know, wink, wink. You know, we dabble in some fast food once in a while.
Now, other than food, what's the thing you like most about the Macaulay community?
You know, I think it's kind of generic, but I grew up in a house where it's just me and my mom and dad. But, you know, I'm here, and, you know, in my dorm alone, I have 70 brothers with me.
Absolutely.
And, you know, coming into campus and, you know, getting to meet everyone and know everyone, and, you know, other than the, oh my God, he's a swimmer, you know, those guys are good to hang around. You know, football games are always fun. Basketball games, love them. And, you know, just things like this. You know, I never thought I'd be sitting on the podcast with two of the guys.
Finally.
Yeah, chilling. Sam Powell, I made it. But no, it's really the brotherhood. I mean, everyone kind of puts it as a cliche, but to all parents and you know, people that are looking at Macaulay, it's real. I mean, you're gonna have to open up some doors to get into it. Just break it out of your shell, but it's real, and it's worth being in.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I'd say that. I mean, I talked a lot about brotherhood.
Yeah.
So I guess we've talked briefly a little bit in classes. But you know, this summer you were at Youth Worlds, correct, for swimming in Costa Rica?
Youth Commonwealth Games. Yeah.
And so,
Youth Junior.
in general, what would you say some of your biggest triumphs and goals or challenges has been? I mean, you started swimming in 9 months, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So throughout your lifetime, what would you say have been some challenges or goals you've had to conquer or tackle while swimming, you know, to get you in your position?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I've always been, you know, I wouldn't say the top, but I've always been at the top of the swimming in the Bahamas, and, you know, that eventually led to my decision coming to Macaulay to get some stiffer competition and better training. But, you know, it's always staying motivated. I feel like that's for every sport.
Absolutely.
and every grueling sport. You know, there's those days like when you just don't want to do it anymore. You know, don't want to go to practice the next day, or, you know, really sore in one specific spot. But no, I mean, I've really had a great support. You know, my mom, my dad, you know, my teammates, they really stay behind me, and, you know, coaches. I've had a lot of them growing up, and a lot of them have helped me in each way, specifically in their own right. And I feel like they've all made me the swimmer I am today. So, you know, the only thing that I really, you know, motivate myself really when I'm in those bad places is, you know, all the people I'm doing it for. It's not only for me, and, you know, not only for the people here at Macaulay, but, you know, I you know, everyone in the Bahamas might not know me, but I really love representing the Bahamas, the 242. I love them, and, you know, all the coaches and just people I've swam against. You know, everybody has injected something into me, and, you know, I think I owe it to all of them to, you know, let it blossom and just you know, kind of be able to say, you know, he helped me, she helped me, and, you know,
that's that champion mindset right there,
and
baby.
something like that. Yeah.
So using that, you know, that hard work ethic, do you have an ultimate goal, and do you have like a specific plan to get there with your swimming?
Well, it's changed a lot. When I was if you asked me this question when I was like 6 or 7, I wanted to be a double Olympian, you know, in track and swimming. As you can see, that clearly changed.
207.
But but, you know, I feel like my overall goal is, by the end of the day, when I put up my cap and goggles, no matter what happened, you know, I'm able to say I put my all into this sport, and, you know, I was able to make someone proud, and hopefully that's my mom and then, you know, family members close to me. But, you know, I really just want to, especially for the sport of swimming, kind of make it something a little more interesting, you know, make it something, you know, I can't make it a football or a basketball, but just make it for something where people can come and enjoy.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I just want to, I wouldn't say I want to be a trendsetter, but, you know, I really want to be with those guys, you know, having fun with the sport and just making it something that's really attainable. And by the end of the day, be able to take care of my family and, you know, even kind of pass on some knowledge and get some people into the grueling sport and make it a little fun for them. So.
It's really beautiful, honestly, to hear you talk about your sport. I mean, it's evident, not how you're blushing, but it's evident you have a lot of passion about it.
I appreciate that.
That's beautiful.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've been given a little bit of advice now. So what would you say the best piece of advice or knowledge you would pass on to swimming, for someone who's coming up in Macaulay or just Macaulay in general, whether that be boarding or if you wanted to avoid the food?
Yeah. Well, I'll go to the boarders first. I came here as a freshman. And, you live with the freshmen. And, my first week and a half, I'm not really a quiet person. And for me to be quiet for a week and a half, it was something that, I kind of missed out on some lasting friendships. So, if you're coming to Macaulay and you're looking for Macaulay, I really encourage you to break out of that shell as early as possible. These guys don't bite sometimes. They love to. They're just guys just like you. They love the sports. They love the girls once in a while. We all get distracted in our books sometimes. We're all human. I feel like if you just go out and try to find that connection, you can find someone that can be your best friend for life. And for a swimmer, you know what you signed up for. I mean, Macaulay is a great place to pick up your swimming career. I mean, we have one of the best coaches in the world. Shout out to Stan. We have a crazy team right now, really fast. And, these guys are really ready to work. One thing I can say to you is, be ready to come and put your head down. I mean, if you're ready to work, you're going to get better. And, you're going to have guys that are doing the work with you. So you're not going to lose, that encouragement and that motivation. So, I'll just encourage you to keep going and, be ready for the hard nights and the hard days, but be able to get back up and be ready for the next day.
And I know you're a junior, and I know junior year is often considered the hardest year.
Yeah.
Academically. So we just started.
Yep.
We just started, and I know you've got a big goal in mind athletically.
Mm-hmm.
How has it been balancing the work and the play?
I mean, it's been kind of crazy. We just started, as you said, but A pushing AP Litter, already
I
on me.
Heard that earlier
Dr.
today.
Richie, I appreciate you, but he's a good stickler, and it's a great class. I love it, but the reading's getting at me, and Miss Dr. Latham with AP Lit, he's got me writing papers and reading books already. Yeah. So those days when I come from practice, I try to get at it as quick as possible because around the 9:30 mark, my head's starting to dip and it's time to get to bed. But I kind of fight it a little bit, and I've been balancing it for a while. Doing a lot of sports. It's just something that you got to get used to, and that's something that all Macaulay students, they really give us a good advantage of being able to balance out time. But there's some nights where you just gotta put the phone away and kind of look at the books. But I mean, even with the big goals, athletically, I know I have to keep the grade first because I'm a student before an athlete in the student athlete line. So if I have to miss a practice or a weight session for some work, I think my coaches are also good about it. But I mentally have to tell myself, one guy across the world's got to practice on me. I just get it back the next day. So
there you go, hit it harder.
Yep.
I got you. And, I know you are competing against a lot of people that you may not even know. Yep. I know you said earlier, you're competing against one guy back home.
Yeah.
Talk us through the process of, what your goal is and how you're going to achieve, possibly making it to the Olympics.
Yep. So recently in the summer meet, I made a B cut. I didn't even realize I made the B cut right after. I had to get a call from Coach Stan.
What's that time?
It was in the 50 free, and the B cut is a 20.67, and I was able to go a 20.54. Wow. Not 20. Oof, 22. Sorry, okay. 20 is really fast. Okay. 22.67, and I went a 22.54. So barely got it. But
But for anyone that doesn't know swimming times, and I don't know swimming times, but I know
that's
fast.
Yeah. I couldn't do it, so I'll tell you that.
It's all right. It's all right, guys. I mean, got a lot more to work on. There's a lot of faster guys out there, but I'm just happy. It was my first time going under the 23 mark, which is a big thing for sprinters. So to dip that far under was really fun for me. And, I saw after rewatching it over and over, I've seen, the small little things that I could have changed, but I feel like that's every sport. You look back at it and you could have done that thing better. That just keeps me motivated and keeps me ready to go. But yeah, I got a guy, he's been ahead of me for a while. He's always been a guy that everyone looks up to, and to now, be kind of chasing him. I'm the underdog for the first time in a while. And, I really want to get after it. I have nothing to lose here, and
Absolutely.
it would be great to go to the Olympics, and it'd be great to go to the Olympics with him as well. So I'm not shooting to beat him, but I'm shooting to get an A cut, and an A cut is something that every swimmer dreams of. So I've been trying to make my dreams come true before June 17th. So if not this Olympics, the next Olympics for sure, I'll be there representing the Bahamas. So he's a great athlete, the hard worker as well. And he's helped me a lot when it comes to the small, minute details, because he's been there, and he's had that coaching that I'm now getting. So every day at a time, I know he's doing the same amount of work as me, and I'm trying to do the same amount of work as him. Maybe a little more, but letting that cook get ready.
I know
sorry.
Those small details are important because the seconds matter. We know, absolutely.
Not even seconds now. It's like
Just
point milliseconds now.
Yeah.
Have you met him before as well?
We actually grew up swimming together.
Are you serious?
Together, yeah. So he was in my childhood club, and we trained together for a while until he eventually moved to the States. So he's always been someone that I've been racing in practice, and he's always been the older guy. I kind of got on his nerves a lot when I'd save energy and wait until he's tired and sprint in front of him. But now to be competitors kind of on the same playing field, it's been nothing but fun for me. I haven't seen him in a while, but he constantly sends me those checkup texts. Just ask me how we're doing, because we're all Bahamians in the States, and we're all looking up for each other. So anyone in the vicinity and even the close area, I send texts to people that are in Florida, send to some guys in TCU that just got there. And Nigel Forbes, love you, man. But Ernishka gives them too. But I kind of keep up with everyone. He's just keeping up with me, and
absolutely.
It's always a bro. He's basically a big brother to me.
That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
I love that. All right, so moving on to our final game, we have over and under.
Okay.
We're going to tell you something, and essentially you have to guess, or if you already know, if it's over or under that number.
Okay.
So, Bobby, if you want to kick it off with the first question.
So, this year, Macaulay has students from 10 countries. So, boarding community, we have students from 10 countries. Is the real number over or under?
Over
10?
For sure.
You are correct.
Yeah.
I believe it is 17 countries and
it's
23 states.
Big stacker,
Yeah.
Zero hesitation there.
Yeah, gotta
Goodness.
be.
All right.
Be.
I wasn't kidding about that student athlete. All right, so on Orange Chicken Days, there we go. The dining hall staff makes 350 pounds of chicken alone.
Over. Gotta be.
Over.
Gots to be. Wait, 350 pounds?
350 pounds.
That's a lot. That's a lot of chicken.
But you already answered.
You already,
I go back for seconds and thirds. So, I hope everyone goes back for second and thirds. So I'm right here.
The line is so absurdly, I don't know. Whatever.
It's crazy.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Marvin,
No
but the answer
shot.
was under. They make only 300 pounds of chicken.
Still,
Wow.
300
Keyword
though.
only 300
Wow, I
pounds.
feel like they could make 350 and it'd still be gone, by the way.
No,
Just-
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but guess to keep that my fourth plate from going
For
back.
those of you that don't know, like Orange Chicken Day is essentially just warfare.
The holy
Just
grail. It's whoever gets to the orange chicken line first, you're a winner.
First come, first serve.
Kids
for
are
sure.
itching. Kids are itching to get out of class. The teachers are up in arms.
Yep.
You can't keep these kids focused, man.
That's the Olympics of the Macaulay right there. Getting to the
we
orange
go.
chicken line.
Bobby, if you want to hit us with that
All
last
right,
question.
So this is a swimming based question.
All right.
So we'll see how you do.
Okay.
So Michael Phelps has won 25 Olympic medals in total. Is it over or under?
I have two numbers in my head, and they're on two separate sides. But
I'm going to be super impressed if he gets this.
I know. So just medals in total.
medals in total,
whatever.
Olympic wise, correct?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's over. I think he's at 28, maybe.
You are correct. It is 30.
Oh wow,
That is
Wow.
correct.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is 23. It was. What were the numbers?
I had 23 and 28 in my
gold.
head.
He has
23 gold medals. Yeah, I have a picture. I went to the swim museum and he kind of has it, his arms out and the medals on there. And I told my mom I'm going to recreate that.
One day.
It might not be with Olympic medals, it might be with some ribbons, but we're going to recreate it.
Faith. I have faith.
We're going to recreate it, and then hopefully, I'll be able to post that side to side and be like, Mom, I made it. Yeah.
No worries. All right,
sweet.
so you got 2 out of 3 questions. To end it on a serious note, what is the one area you've grown the most while being at Macaulay, would you say?
wow, it might be kind of broad, but I really think mentally, you know, before I came here, I was kind of a, you know, just a kid bouncing off the walls all the time, you know, pretty hot-headed, you know, just really active, big racer, you know, guy that, you know, just could go off at any moment. But I feel like I've learned, you know, living with a new roommate, you know, just being with a new team and kind of taking that leadership position on the team, you have to kind of calm down. Mm-hmm. And, you know, this has happened recently as well. Last year, I was pretty aggressive, but, you know, going back and thinking about it in the summer, you know, there's some times where I could have had enjoyment, but, you know, I was holding on to a grudge from the practice 2 weeks before. Yeah. And, you know, I think it's helped me a lot during practices recently. You know, when I see that guy that's saving up, which all swimmers hate and everyone can unite with me with, but saving up, you know, I just try to kind of use that guy as a barrier, you know, a barrier that, you know, one day I hope I'm able to cross when I'm working hard and, you know, he comes in sprints at the end, I'm able to keep up with him. You know, taking what Coach Stan, you know, he's been here for years and has so much wisdom and not getting frustrated, kind of putting it into my game. And, you know, teachers, you know, when they're having their bad days and, you know, kind of no tolerance, coming back and, you know, asking them again if I didn't understand, kind of going out for that helping hand. I feel like that's something that I never really did, but, you know, I'm getting really better at it. And I'm just trying to be a better guy, man. Absolutely. I mean, I want to contribute to this community as much as I can before I'm gone. And my 2 years of, you know, kind of blew by. So I'm really taking advantage of the last 2 and trying to have as much fun, but leave as much memories as possible.
It's a great place to do it. Sure. You know, there's so many support systems. There's you know, just so many people that want you to do so well. Yeah. And it's a great place to be.
I was going to say, on a real note, Marvin, I do look up for you. It's really impressive to see you doing stuff.
You're a great guy, man. You and those crew guys, y'all really get it down. Yeah. I commend y'all. But, you know, swimming and crew, I feel like we're arms in arms in that grind and that grit process.
We can get into it later.
Yeah. But, you know, it's been an honor being on here with you
Thank
guys.
you so much for coming out. It's awesome.
Yeah. First one of the year.
Finally happened.
Shout out to Sam Powell, you know. Love that guy. You know, he really set me up in my swimming as well. You know, him being a senior, beating up on the freshmen. He had a lot of fun. But now, you know, I'm kind of getting my good little licks in as well. So, you know, it's been fun. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Marvin. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.